Well, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Can I start off by saying congratulations on the new deal that we've heard about today. What does that mean for you?
Well, first of all, nice to see all of you again. I wish you a very good season with good news. And what it means for me, well, I think it's very important for the club to trust in our work. I think that I'm very happy here also in Manchester City. So if both parts are happy to continue, well, after that, you know that in this profession you need the results. So it's very important for me to have a good season, to have a good result with this team, and also important for me the support of the club gives me about my work.
What will be a good season for you? What do you need to achieve this season?
Well, always for me a good season in a big team is that you must win a title. You cannot say that it was a very good season and you didn't win then nothing about it. But after that, I think also it's very important the way you win that title. Maybe for some reason you can win the title, and if I'm not happy in the way we play, for me, no, it's not a good season. That's why I repeat, for me, both things. First of all, win, because you must win titles. And the second thing is to play in the way I like this team must play.
What sort of style do you expect your team to play with this season? Because you brought Raheem in, who gives you an extra dimension. What sort of style should we expect?
Well, I think that the style that we have in this club will continue in the same way that you saw this team play in the last 2 seasons. I think that it's not fortune or lucky to be the team that scores more goals. We didn't win the title, but we continue being an attacking team. Maybe we need to be a more competitive team or more or play with more concentration in some minutes of some games that maybe we thought last season that were easy games, and you never play an easy games. We missed so many points against relegation teams. So I think that's a lot of things that we expected to improve this season, but not changing the style of play, because I'm absolutely sure that it's the best way to win.
How much more do you need to improve in defence?
Well, I think that for me it's not good to divide a team in defense and attacking. I think that the team is a team, and you have 11 players that you can play in any tactical system that you want, but you must have a good attacking team, because the 10 players or the 11 players with the goalkeeper know how to attack, and the 11 players must know how to defend in the way we play. So I hope that we were not a disaster defending last season, but I think that 38 goals in 38 games is too much. I think that a good team that wants to win title must concede at least 30 goals, 31 goals, not more. And on Premier League, it has more options to win the title.
There'll be a lot of eyes on Raheem this season. How good can he be?
Well, very, very good. Really, I trust a lot in him. Maybe some of the media, all the media, are talking about the price that we paid for Raheem. I think that an English player with 21 years old, with such amount of qualities, with speed, with good technicals, I think that he will continue improving every year a lot, because he's very young. I think that playing with players as Yaya or Silva or Kun will also help him to improve, and I have a lot of trust that we will see Raheem scoring a lot of more goals than the other season that he played here in Liverpool.
Can I just check on fitness and how everybody is? There's been talk of a sickness bug as well. Who may not play on Monday? Can you give us a list of who's not likely to play?
Yes, I think that the only player that will not be fit for Monday is Clichy. He has a problem in his ankle the last week, so I don't think that he will be 100% fit to play or to be in the squad list on Monday. Fabian Delph also is not ready for his injury that he has in his hamstring during the preseason. And all the other players, I think that will be fit for Monday.
Aguero okay, because there's been doubts about
Aguero, Silva, and Nasri, they return. They are not working hard. Aguero works 100%. Silva also, Nasri is returning from his 6th.
And it's always a question we have to ask you at this time of year. Not long left now in the window. Any new faces that you would envisage?
We'll see. We have till the end of the month to bring another players. It's not easy to bring a player here. Not only for the amount of money, it's because the players that we need are special players. But we'll see. We are not closing the window now. We'll see in the next weeks.
Manuel, obviously this new deal is a one-year contract extension. Was there ever a chance that it would be more than that, or would it always be a year for you?
You know that in football you never know how long are the contracts. You can sign for 10 years, and then 4 months after you are sacked. So, but I think that when the two parts are happy in the way you are working, of course you can extend your contract, not just 1 year or 2 years. It depends. I repeat, for me, that the owners are happy in the way we are working. That me also are happy here in the club. So about the future in this profession, it's impossible to know, but of course can be more.
How much will it help you this season, the fact that this deal has been signed and there may be less speculation about your future in terms of the players' focus and getting the results on the pitch?
Well, I was used maybe last season about the speculation, because you sign here a contract from Ancelotti, had a pre-contract signed, and Jurgen Klopp had also another contract, so I was used about that. But I think it's important to be focused in this season, not to start thinking that this is just a transaction season, that's not interest in continuing one work. That's why I think it's so important to just focus in our work.
Did you learn more about your team and about this job last season when things weren't going well compared to the year before when everything seemed to go perfectly almost?
No, I don't agree with you. I think that for me the first season was more difficult than last season. When you arrived to England, with all the spectacle that I brought here, maybe with some important duty to replace a manager that the fans love him, that he wants a title, maybe for me the first season was more difficult than the second one. Was more successful at the end of the season, but the successful was just 1 week. After that, you have the whole season that you are fighting for titles. Last season was a strange season, really very strange season for me, because I don't understand why we had so bad results after January. Till January, it was a very good season. We were at the top of the table. We were qualified in a difficult group in Champions League. But both cups, we played very bad. And after that, we were the team that had won more games playing away. For some reason, the next 4 games we didn't win just one of that. But things happen in football. It's experience. It's know about, as you said, to know more things about players, about moments. And I hope that this season we are going to return to be a successful team winning and a good team playing in more a regular way.
What sort of a start to the season is West Brom away for you?
I think that all the games in Premier League are very difficult, especially when you start, because everyone has expected to have a good season. Always playing away is not the same to start at home, but we are confident that we are going to make a good game. I hope that the players, maybe the South American players, are not 100% to start the season, but they are working very hard and very well. So I have a lot of trust in our squad, and I hope that we will start with in the correct way.
Well, with the South Americans then maybe not 100%, is there a big chance for Wilfried Bony to assert himself as striker?
Well, but I think that from Bony, he doesn't depend on what happened with South American players. I think that Bony is a very good player. That we brought him here last year or at the beginning of this year. He was very unlucky last season because he started with the Africa Cup, and after that he has an important injury for about 1.5 months. So I don't think that Bony depends on just on one game or depend on what happens South American player. We have a squad that we have to fight for 4 titles. In that squad, I think that Bony will be very important in the way he plays in 100% fit.
You mentioned before that conceding too many goals, it can't happen again. It wasn't a disaster, but too many goals conceded. But do you have any concerns going into the new season then about the form of your captain, Vincent? He didn't have the best season last season. Are you sure that he can recapture his old form?
Yes, I trust a lot in Vincent. Always important to analyze why we concede 38 goals. More than 35% of that goal were for set pieces. It was important to be concentrated in the second balls, in not to concede so many fouls maybe or corners. But talking about Vincent, I don't think, I just said that defending just depends from one player, depends from the team. But I am sure that the last season was also a good experience for Vincent, and we will see again the play that we saw playing so well 2 years ago.
Manuel, just to return to your contract, you mentioned some of the names. Guardiola was the name that consistently got speculated about with Manchester City. Was it important to you for the club to put that to bed and to commit to you?
Well, of course, I think not talking about Pep Guardiola, I think that Pep is a manager that every team will want to manage because he's a great manager. So maybe it's more linked with this team about the relation he has with Chiqui and with Ferran. But I trust in them, and I'm sure if they want to bring Pep, they will tell me, listen, Manuel, we want to bring Pep. So it's not problem about my relation inside the club because I know exactly the way the owners and the directors think. Maybe it's better for the outside media, of course, to be concentrating not in our work this year, and I repeat, in the future, everything can happen.
I just wanted you to talk a little bit about Raheem Sterling as a character. How have you found him to work with? How has he been training? How has he settled into the squad here?
Very well. I think it's a player that he wants to come here. He wants to have a new challenger. I don't think that he deserves criticize about that. He's working very well. He is always good players. It's easy for them to settle in a good team. So I think that we are going to have a very successful player during the whole year.
And finally, a lot of people are tipping you as favourites for the Premier League this season. Do you
Well,
agree?
we are the favourites?
Are you the favourites?
I don't know. I think that we are always the favorite. Maybe last season we started as a favorite. We have a lot of restrictions of fair play, but we were the champions, so we were the favorite. I suppose that this year we will continue being the favorite.